Hey, welcome everyone to the Marketing Checklist ViewCast. We're Sharon and Hank Yuloff from Yuloff Creative Marketing Solutions. When you're looking to solve your marketing, your sales, your human resources challenges, we are the small business coaches that you call.
On this ViewCast, you will meet and learn from successful entrepreneurs who are out there making it happen right now.
Yep, here's how it works. If you've watched other episodes, we pre-send the questions to our guests and they pre-send their answers to us. So we have a really good idea of what they're going to talk about, but we want to bring you the very best information possible.
Here's the kicker. The interview itself is just 7 minutes, 21 seconds long.
That number's familiar, 7:21, 7:20. I know it. Oh, it's our wedding anniversary. I knew it. I was there.
All right, so let's get started. Today's guest is Stephanie McGreevy, and she is from OpenEnergyAlliance.com. Don't worry, that will be in the show notes.
You know, every time I hear her name, I want to start talking like I'm from Scotland. It's McGreevy. It's just such an awesome name. So, Stephanie, we're going to get started now. And people are going, oh, this guy sucks.
All right, Stephanie, you ready?
I believe so.
Okay, good. So keeping in mind that we only have a 3-story building, what is your elevator story?
Well, you know how fleet managers and facility managers have a real tough time understanding what assets they have in the aspect of vehicles and vehicle management. So what we do is our company helps them to take accountability for every asset, clean their data, and help them to understand the most affordable schedule to convert those vehicles to zero emission.
Awesome.
And we also are electric vehicle charger distributors and battery distributors.
Perfect. So why should our listeners flock to you?
We have analytics that have been put together by award-winning green fleet managers. And so these analytics are much more detailed with over 30 data points than others that are even trying to do something similar. And then, of course, our company, we really do care about doing a very complete job, bringing in the best experts when it comes to subject matter of site constructability, working with utilities, being able to accommodate with the right size EV chargers and locations, and coming in at the strongest pricing as well.
Awesome. So what tips could you give to our listeners?
I would say that as a fleet manager, that this would be a good something to look at. We are, for example, putting out proposals for small to large fleets. Small would be 10, although our smallest to date has been 200, on up to 2,200. So that's kind of been our range. Anyone within that range, especially if you're in an area like California where you do have mandates. And these mandates are dictating that you do need to start your conversions to zero emission, then this is the time to really start planning ahead of time so it's not a rushed venture.
And what I have found in Maryland since we've been here is Maryland seems to be following California. So if you're in Maryland, it's coming to you too.
For sure, for sure. Stephanie, what's an amusing job title for you?
Projects director.
That's amusing?
That's not what
amusing. I didn't hear that.
Wait a minute, let me see those notes. Yeah.
Chief of all things and expert and none of them, only because I do everything. And then when I have an expert needed, I'll pull them in. So.
Well, what you wrote was chief in organized chaos.
Yes, I don't have my notes in front of me, so.
That's okay. We have your notes.
We have your notes, thankfully.
We ask yourselves a question and you can answer them for me.
Stephanie, what are the most common questions that people do ask you about your business?
They ask if there's a fee for this service. They also ask what all the steps are in order to be able to move from a pilot to full conversion, the timing of it, the costs involved. They also want to know about incentives. We also bring in charging as a service, so that's a really helpful. It's similar to a PPA in solar, where it's no money out of pocket and you get all brand new equipment. And then, yeah, and then there's incentives. There's federal and state and county and air quality control district. They all have their own incentives. Also to help pay down the added costs of swapping out a petro or a diesel truck for a zero emission truck, which carries a premium on it. These incentives tend to close that gap so that it's very close to purchasing the new vehicle at parity.
Okay. What's the most unexpected thing that you've ever encountered in your business?
The fact that fleet managers didn't really have a handle on their equipment. They really didn't have a viewpoint. It wasn't really tightly managed. So I found that very surprising.
Okay. What's the best four-letter word that you use to describe your business?
Gosh, we have a lot of them. Drive is definitely one. We don't
That's
stop here.
5 letters.
Oh, leave the E off.
Wow. I'm starting to understand the organized chaos.
Yes.
What about your business is making you most happy?
Really bringing solutions, and solutions that aren't necessarily available in the marketplace. Also coming in at the right price and bringing solutions to pay for the fleets to be able to get to where they need to be, because this is mandated. It's not necessarily their choice that they really want to move in that direction, although more and more companies obviously are becoming very sustainable. But it could be a burden for certain industries. So I'm pretty happy that we can help them out with a lot of the different aspects of the whole process.
Cool. Our favorite question, what did you learn in nursery school that you still use in your business today?
And I use it whenever I'm talking to my son, and it's don't cheat, don't lie, don't steal.
And keep the sand out of the battery. That would probably be
Yeah.
another.
The rest was don't eat the sand. It wasn't pleasant.
All righty. So if somebody's watching and they want to help you connect with other people, what's the #1 fantasy lead you could receive? Who do you want to get connected to?
I think obviously influencers within the industry, trucking associations is a great one. Also air quality control districts, they're a great source of customers in their own districts. An association of governments, because they do really, they're quite influencers within the counties that they operate in. Those types, as well as utilities,
So,
SDGD.
I'm going to cut in. What about the Dodgers and the Padres? Remember, I have your notes here.
You do. Thank you for reminding me. So that's my dream customer for sure. Padres, they have this whole sustainability plan, and they do everything the way that if you wanted to reuse, recycle, and just run a clean organization, they do it. Dodgers, they don't have any such documentation that they've adopted to date.
You know what? I actually might know someone that can get me a name. So we'll touch back on that one, all right?
That would be amazing. I picture setting up chargers. I already know they have the power available because we already did an evaluation on our location. We can set up DC fast chargers. We can do the L2 chargers, and we can name them after all their all-stars. People can buy tickets online and then reserve a space at one of the chargers, so that while they're there for their 3-4 hours, it's perfect time to.
Oh, the games aren't 3 or 4 hours now. Major League Baseball has changed the rules. We're getting done in
you're forgetting tailgating. You know, if you're a real fan, you tailgate.
There we go. So I'm guessing that if we could go and talk to 6-year-old Stephanie, creating better ways for fleets to save, that wasn't what you want. How did you get to here from there?
That's a good question. I was not the kind of girl that played with dolls. I played with toy trucks.
Tonka truck. He had the big Tonka truck, not the plat. He had the big metal one. You had a collection of Hot Wheels too, didn't you?
Absolutely.
There we
And
go.
I would play, you know, on the blankets of my bed, and I'd make little roadways and construction areas, and yeah, I loved it. I got in my head for hours.
Totally get it. All right. So to get the conversation started, what offer do you have for our listeners so they can reach out to you?
So we can provide free evaluation, high level on their fleet to let them understand what steps to take in order to be able to get the job done of converting the fleet. So we're happy to provide that for anyone who's interested.
Excellent. All right. Hey, well done. We have gotten to the end, and look at that. 7 minutes, 29 seconds exactly.
Sure.
You are pros.
All right, well, go connect with Stephanie at openenergyalliance.com. Again, that's in the show notes, no worries. And by all means, make sure you connect with us at howtogetttherefaster.com.
Yep, you can sign up for your free 30-minute Get Your Business Focused call. We will save you money. We will save you time. We'll put you on the right path to where you want to go. That's howtogetttherefaster.com. And I have to make one more comment. I'll say, for those of you that are watching, we get notes from every person that's on the show. We've never gotten them with the frame around the note. This is just organized well. So for that alone, I'm guessing it's awesome to work with Stephanie and her team.
Thank you for
that. Go connect with Stephanie and connect with us. If you too would like to be on the Marketing Checklist ViewCast, then let us know when you connect with us at howtogetttherefaster.com.
Remember, everyone, if everything happens for a reason,
be the reason things happen.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.